What is up, everybody? This is Dimebags back with another cool video. Before we get started, I'd like to thank you for being here and joining me for today. If you're new, welcome. Consider subscribing if you like audit content. Here at this channel, we highlight First Amendment auditors who get out there and pound the pavement. They have taught me and they teach you about our laws and how to stand up for our rights. So we'd like to highlight them here on this channel. All right, let's get into today's video.
What's the location of your emergency?
Listen, if y'all, like, I need someone to come deal with this drunk. He's torn my whole house, my whole yard up. I'm not letting him in. It's my son. If y'all don't come take this dude, I'm gonna put a bullet in him.
Okay.
He's a 300-pound bully.
Hold on. First of all, please do
When he
not make
gets my
contact on a
door, I'm
recorded line.
blowing him back out of it. He's breaking everything off my house.
What's going on?
Come get this drunk. He's tearing my whole house up. He's trying to knock my windows out. It's my son, but if he makes it through the door, I'm putting a bullet in him. So y'all come deal with him or I will.
Ma'am, please don't make threats on a recorded line. Is he trying to get through? Okay.
Ask me questions.
83 and 191. Caller said her son is banging on the door, trying to get in, also banging on the window. Then seeing if he gets through the door, she will put a bullet in him. Looks like she hung up and no answer on callback.
192, same mark.
As this officer begins heading to the address of the call, she's about to make the biggest mistake of her life. The dash cam footage frame by frame shows the officer approaching the red light, one car pulling out in the intersection, followed by the truck. The officer strikes directly into the driver's side compartment. The body cam footage frame by frame shows the officer using the air horn as she approaches the red light. Then she braces for impact as she collides with the truck, causing her to be thrown in the passenger seat, showing she clearly was not wearing a seatbelt. A speed analysis of the footage using the length of the dashed white lines on the road helps to give an idea of the approximate speed of the officer moments before impact.
There's a cruiser involved crash at Central and Vaughn. We're gonna need a medic. Is anyone else in your cruiser? Just you. Okay. You okay? It's okay. Go sit down. Go sit down. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, buddy.
Code 9101 stop. Copy to the 311.
Hey, buddy, come on. Come on, buddy.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You're okay. You're okay. Just keep breathing, dear. Hey, come on. Keep breathing. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. You okay?
Come on.
Keep breathing. You okay? Are you okay? Sit down. You okay? You okay? Breathe. Breathe.
Come on.
Just breathe. Just breathe. Knees lay back. Lay back. Lay back. You're okay. Lay back. Lay back. You're okay.
Oh my God.
You're okay. Just breathe. Just breathe.
Relax. Take her vest off. Let her breathe.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
Was this a pedestrian?
I believe it. I don't know. I haven't checked the
Further west, 2 Guilford and Broad, no eastbound. One block from southbound Central at the alley, and then at Eden and
Okay? Keep talking to me. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. You're okay.
Is he okay?
Yeah. Don't worry about him. You're okay. You're okay. So what about
Oh,
you?
my God.
We got other officers over there with him.
He doesn't know who's going to
No, you're okay. Hey, don't worry about that right now. I need you to keep breathing. Don't worry about that.
Turn around. Go. Turn around. Turn around. Yeah, go.
and I think we need
Please let him be okay.
You need to switch back in.
Alright, switch out CPR, go over there, sir.
Yep.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. You're okay. All right? Okay? You're okay. Just keep breathing.
Is he okay?
Where are you hurt the worst at right now?
My hands. I can't really breathe. I mean, I'm talking, I know, but I'm just more worried about him.
Can you switch out?
make sure you stay out of the thing.
Do you want better gloves?
I'm good.
Okay. Do you want to switch out?
In a second.
All right. Just let me know.
What's your Just so you guys know, this is a cruiser involved traffic. You watch for pedestrian traffic or vehicle traffic on the south.
Copy.
This incident occurred on December 7th, 2025, in Columbus, Ohio. Columbus police officer Caitlin Robinson was the responding officer involved in the crash. The driver of the white pickup truck, 30-year-old Corey Tinnis, was rushed to the hospital in critical condition following the collision. However, less than 30 minutes later, he was pronounced dead at the hospital. Officer Robinson was also transported to a hospital, received treatment, and was later released in stable condition. An analysis of the dashcam footage reveals the approximate maximum speed of the officer during her response. This speed calculation shows the officer's estimated top speed during her entire response. The prior speed calculation shown earlier is her estimated speed the moment she collided with the truck. The truck the victim was driving was an early 2000 Chevy Silverado. IIHS safety ratings show that its overall rating is marginal, meaning it's acceptable but not good. Furthermore, when looking at the specific ratings of the truck's structure and safety cage as well as driver movement during a crash, those categories were both given poor ratings by the IIHS. Not surprisingly, this resulted in the truck being destroyed, and early indicators suggest the driver was also not wearing his seatbelt, resulting in him being ejected from the vehicle. The obituary of the driver, who tragically lost his life. Corey states he was a loving son, father, fiance, brother, and uncle. If you would like to donate to Corey's GoFundMe page set up by his family, a link can be found in the description below.
In Columbus, these cops were responding to an officer's shot, but they would never make the scene in order to help their partner. Instead, they would need their own emergency response. In Seattle, this officer was responding to a medical but only chirped his siren, then responded lights only. He fatally struck a college student wearing her AirPods. There's no reason to respond lights only to a medical. Then in LA, this officer was responding lights and sirens and driving down the center lane when he fatally struck a skateboarder. Whatever half a second he saved by driving in the middle lane was surely not worth it. All told, these are entirely avoidable incidents and deaths, and the fact that they are so avoidable makes the tragedy all the worse. In Columbus, Ohio, where this body cam footage originates, proper procedure when officers use emergency vehicle operations, or EVO, is described in the Columbus Police Division Directive. It states that going through red light intersections while using EVO poses a heightened level of risk and requires an increased level of caution. Therefore, sworn personnel shall slow down as necessary for the safety of traffic and shall proceed into these intersections at a speed which would allow sworn personnel and/or other drivers and pedestrians a reasonable opportunity to avoid a traffic crash. Proper procedure among all United States police departments is this: if you cannot safely clear an intersection, you do not go, no matter how urgent the call is. You can follow policy and still be brave, but you can't ignore policy and call it courage, because the job is to arrive ready to help, not to become the next call over the radio.
You guys are
What's up? Quick pause real quick. I want to thank DUBBY Energy for partnering with my channel. I use this energy mix because it gives me smooth focus during late night edits and things like that, and I'm sure it'll help you too. It has no sugar crash, no jitters. This stuff's better than coffee, guys, and they've got tons of unique flavors that taste awesome. You need to check it out. Plus, you can also get customizable shakers in sick-ass colors and some merch there too. Really cool company. If you want to check it out, the link's below, and you can use my code Audit77 for a 10% discount. All right, let's get back into it. All right, guys, really curious about your thoughts, what you think about that previous clip there. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious what you think. This next one is a female judge, not a police officer, but I think it highlights what I always say here, that women in positions of power, it's not a good mix, and they just make horrible decisions, and I think this next one highlights that. Let's get into it.
Douglas County Judge Christina Peterson.
In a rare move, a hearing panel decided Peterson is guilty of, quote, systemic incompetence.
A few moments later.
A controversial Douglas County judge who once put her bride behind bars found herself in jail earlier today. Probate court Judge Christina Peterson was booked into the Fulton County Jail charged with felony obstruction and simple battery of a police officer.
A few moments later.
Today, the Georgia Supreme Court removed a Douglas County judge arrested outside of a Buckhead lounge. We've been talking about this story all week.
A few moments later.
New at 11, a former Douglas County judge is now suing the city of Atlanta and an Atlanta police officer for $50 million.
Body camera video shows the scuffle that involved Christina Peterson outside of the now closed Red Martini Lounge in 2024.
So let's talk about the exploits of Christina Peterson, probate judge. This is Judge Christina Peterson. She was elected as the first black woman probate judge in Douglas County, Georgia.
I, Christina J. Peterson,
do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly affirm.
Now, the first thing Judge Peterson got to work doing is getting a salary raise. The $90-something thousand that was being paid previously was not enough. She wanted to be paid top dollar. But Peterson was just a first-time judge. How can you have an inexperienced judge just come in and demand to be paid what judges who have been there for 10 years make? This is what happened.
New developments in a Fox 5 I-Team investigation involving how big a paycheck a newly elected judge should be getting.
Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis says taxpayers won't be paying the judge as much as she wanted, but still more than some elected leaders feel that she deserves.
I'm looking for fairness across the board.
And for soon-to-be Douglas County Probate Judge Christina Peterson, fairness would be to make $175,000 a year, around what the Superior and State Court judges in Douglas County are getting.
It's not being fair and consistent. I have those same qualifications as everyone else.
Forget that she's never been a judge before, and the probate judge's job is mainly to process wills, birth certificates, and marriage licenses. The man she's replacing made $96,000 a year.
She knew what the pay was when she signed up to run.
So now the good people at Douglas County, Georgia decided to make Christina Peterson the highest paid judge in Douglas County.
Then there's how much she makes. Last year, Peterson made $266,000, more than any judge in the courthouse, more than the Supreme Court justices who will eventually decide her fate. That's largely due to her ability to keep all the birth and death certificate fee money from last year, around $139,000. In addition to her $127,000 annual salary.
Now, the judge had to deal with an issue concerning a Thai immigrant who married a black man. Now, P.G. Skelton married in Douglas County in 2016. Now, this was before Peterson took office. Now, Skelton had written her uncle's name on her original marriage license because she didn't know her father's name. So she wrote her uncle's name on the document because that is who raised her. That was her father at the time. Then later, she discovered her father's real name. So she went to get her marriage license amended. She filled out the paperwork to change the name on the marriage license and went in front of Judge Peterson. Now, Judge Peterson, seeing an Asian woman married to a black man, decided to make things difficult. Peterson told her that she had to come to court and then ordered her jailed for 48 hours and fined $500 for contempt.
I just don't have memories of my dad. I don't know who he is.
The most troubling, wrote the panel, Peterson's decision to jail this woman for trying to amend her marriage certificate. Peterson's decision to jail this woman for trying to amend her marriage certificate to include the real name of her recently discovered father.
Did you go to this hearing with any idea that you may be going to jail?
No.
P.J. Skelton served 2 days of a 20-day jail sentence for contempt before her husband could pay a $500 fine. Such a hasty and shockingly disproportionate reaction is the hallmark of Peterson's intemperance.
Now, Judge Peterson is also a lawyer and represents clients, and she had a big win for some of her clients, a $70,000 settlement. But Judge Peterson decided to keep it all.
Probate judge knows what she's talking about. Listen to her. She got 2 pending lawsuits against us right now.
The angry reaction to Peterson stems from a lawsuit she and others filed in 2017 against the HOA that led to a $70,000 settlement. According to a complaint filed against her by the Judicial Qualifications Commission, Peterson never shared that money with her clients.
Yeah, she just up and bounced with the cash. And anytime anybody criticized Judge Peterson, she played the race card. You're racist. You're only complaining because she's a black woman.
And when county staff criticize her actions, it quickly triggers allegations of obstructionism or even racism. These communications and actions reveal a judge who publicly vilifies colleagues, is quick to threaten them with unnecessary legal action, and generally projects a spiteful and vainglorious persona.
I'm the first African-American female and Democrat. Yes. I was never celebrated or congratulated. The first, on my day of swearing in, I was sworn in by Judge Emerson. I received my first JQC complaint.
Now let's fast forward. Judge Peterson was charged with 30 ethics violations, and her defense was she's a new judge. Even though she's the highest paid judge in the county, she's a new judge. She's going to make mistakes.
Peterson's main defense was her inexperience as a judge, a problem she promised has been addressed through additional training. But the panel was not buying it. The report also cited multiple examples of failure to actually do her job, needlessly delaying petitions before her office. The hearing panel said Peterson was guilty of systemic incompetence. Judges are expected to act in a manner that promoted the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary. Respondent has shown that she cannot or will not do so. And so, She must go.
Now, that was only a recommendation, and the state Supreme Court had to make the final decision. But before the state Supreme Court could weigh in on the ethics violations, Christina Peterson decided to go out to the club and get her wig pushed back.
Eric, thank you. To the I-Team now. A controversial Douglas County judge who once put her bride behind bars found herself in jail earlier today. Probate court judge Christina Peterson was booked into the Fulton County Jail charged with felony obstruction and simple battery of a police officer.
Judge Peterson still serving out the last year of her term, apparently having a night out at the Red Martini Restaurant and Lounge in Buckhead. According to an unofficial police report obtained by the Fox 5 I-Team, she, quote, appeared to be under the influence when she punched an Atlanta police officer in the head. She, quote, appeared to be under the influence when she punched an Atlanta police officer in the head.
Now, while the judge is facing felony charges, the Supreme Court decided to remove her from the bench.
And today, the Georgia Supreme Court removed a Douglas County judge arrested outside of a Buckhead lounge. We've been talking about this story all week. But Judge Christina Peterson, who you just saw there, she's not losing her job due to the felony charges she faces after allegedly hitting a police officer.
That's right, Faith. This is all in response to a number of ethics charges brought by the state commission that investigates claims of judicial misconduct.
In an 80-page decision, the Georgia Supreme Court laid out 28 counts of misconduct and 30 alleged violations for former Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson. Those violations include improper conduct toward county officials and inappropriate use of court resources. On social media, Peterson posted, "This is a setup, not justice."
So now, this is where the $50 million lawsuit comes in. See, police had responded to that fight in Buckhead where Peterson was claiming she was helping a woman who was being attacked. Police said that Peterson struck an officer. Let's watch.
The Atlanta Police Department versus Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson. Thursday, around 3 in the morning, Officer Keith Wadsworth responds to a commotion outside of the Red Martini Lounge in Buckhead. There was some sort of dispute with the woman, seen here. Then Peterson allegedly screamed, interrupted the officer and, quote, forcibly pushed the officer in the chest and kept swiping his hands away as he attempted to assist the female being escorted out. Peterson is then accused of pushing the officer again, and that's what led to her arrest. However, in the warrant, Wadsworth said under oath that he was struck, quote, with a closed fist. Plus, in the footage, you hear Wadsworth say several times, that he's been punched. You can see an arm here, but it's difficult to tell during the scuffle. But the story doesn't stop there. Next, Peterson spends more than an hour in a police unit, sometimes hurling profanity at Wadsworth. You and refusing to identify herself.
I need your name and date of birth.
You should have known that. Plus, nothing came up with the finger scan. Several officers appeared to try to reason with Peterson, but that's why there's an issue while processing her. Eventually, she's driven and booked into the Fulton County Jail and now faces battery against a police officer and felony obstruction of law enforcement charges. Though the body camera shows Officer Wadsworth telling Peterson she was arrested for
disorderly conduct.
Peterson is now released on a $5,000 bond. A judge ordered her to not contact law enforcement and to stay away from that lounge. You can catch up on this developing story as we learn more on 11alive.com.
Now, after the body cam footage came out, it didn't look too good for the judge. But the judge and her lawyer said, since this happened in Fulton County, we want Fonnie Willis to take a good look at this case.
We tried getting in touch with the judge to discuss the body camera footage, but we were unsuccessful. Now, we also, in addition, did call a number that was listed for the judge. She was on the phone. However, she did hang up on us. Meanwhile, we are also learning that the attorney says that they want DA Fonnie Willis to also take a deep dive and a deep look at this case.
So eventually, Fonnie Willis dismissed the case, and now Christina Peterson is suing the city of Atlanta.
A former Douglas County judge arrested during a fight outside of a Buckhead nightclub is now suing Atlanta for $50 million. Body camera video shows the scuffle that involved Christina Peterson outside of the now closed Red Martini Lounge in 2024. The city claims Peterson punched her arresting officer, but in a new lawsuit, Peterson claims the officer lied and that the city had portrayed her as a violent felon.
The lawsuit says police hurt her reputation by posting what it called an edited video and leaving it up even after charges were dropped.
So as you heard, charges were dropped. Then Christina Peterson decided to sue the city of Atlanta for $50 million. And just so we're all on the same page, she is representing herself in this lawsuit.
I mean, like, this died 30 days later. I pray for you.
Yep, that was a former judge who got arrested outside of a nightclub, and now she has just filed a reported $50 million lawsuit against the city of Atlanta and a police officer claiming she was falsely arrested, imprisoned, and her rights were violated. Oh, and I say she filed it because she's representing herself. I also have to mention, it is interesting she's representing herself. She can do it. It's her right. She can do it. And she is an attorney. But always complicated. There's a conflict of interest in a way. You kind of want an objective, neutral analysis. That's why you want somebody to represent you. It's always usually best policies to let somebody do that, to fight for you in these circumstances. And I will tell you, in terms of being your own advocate, in the last few days, Peterson posted kind of these glamour shots of herself on her personal Instagram page. There was the caption, "Taking everything back that was stolen from me." That's the comment. Then you have the hashtags, "It's my time," "The year of redemption," "Reclaiming my time," "Clearing my name," and "Justice for all."
All right, so Christina Peterson is looking for $50 million from the taxpayers in Atlanta, Georgia. Let me know what you think about this story. Do you think she's got a good case? Is she going to get the $50 million? Think it's a long shot, but I've been wrong before.
All right, crazy. $50 million that gold digger is trying to get from the taxpayers in the city. Just absolutely insanity. I'm really curious what you think. I'd like to read your comments, so get down there and let me know how you feel about that. Now we'll end on a little bit lighter note. This video comes to us from We the People University, so let's get into this one.
Good yourself?
Good. Are you with him?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions? All right, then you can move along.
Actually, I can be in public.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive. I'm not loitering.
You are.
No, I'm not.
According to Cornell Law School, loiter means to be dilatory, which means to act slowly, to delay, to linger, to saunter, which means to walk slowly, and to idle. Loiter does not signify anything bad or criminal, except when given such significance in criminal ordinance or statute. Loitering laws prohibit lingering in a public area without a purpose. As we see, this auditor has a purpose. What is it? He's executing his First Amendment right.
No, I'm not.
At this point, you are. Okay.
I'm not loitering.
Kindly ask you to keep moving.
You can't, because this is public. You can't tell me that. Okay. I have the right to film. I'm actually acting as press right now, so you can't tell the press to leave. Okay. It's my First Amendment right. You want to challenge this in the court because we can do that.
Do you want us a favor to get out like the immediate area, like 10 feet this way?
Am I impeding in?
I'm asking you nicely, sir. This immediate area.
Well, I'm going to refuse. I refuse.
So at this point, do you have any identification that says you're part of the meeting?
I don't have to answer any questions.
You don't. All right. So can you please moving along, okay?
Acting as press.
No?
Yep.
Acting as press.
Well, it is my right as,
So acting.
according to the First Amendment, it says freedom of press. No, I don't have to show you anything.
So the First Amendment does state that you have to show me as a police officer your ID or your credentials if you're acting as the press. Wait, does it? Let's take a look and see. According to the First Amendment, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging, which means to shorten. You cannot shorten this. Or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. You cannot abridge or shorten the right of the people to act as the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. So as we just read, clearly I don't have to show you any credentials, any identification if I'm acting as the press. It's my freedom. It's my right.
No. I know it very well.
Acting as.
I know it very well.
Actually showing that proof, okay?
I know it very well.
Come up to you and act like a police officer, okay? But
Well,
credentials is totally different.
well, you know that we have freedom of speech in this country, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, end of story.
Absolutely.
End of story.
Absolutely. That's the covenant. Okay? At this point, you're obstructing the sidewalk. People need to be.
Actually, you are too, because you're standing there.
I'm actually doing a car stop.
No, you're talking to me right now, because you're not stopping any car. You're talking to me right now.
I'm doing a car stop.
No, you're talking to me right now. No.
Actually, part of this car stop. I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are. What's your name, Ben? I got you 33, 36, 34. What's your name, please?
Like I said, as of right now,
No, I need to know your name. According to the law, you're supposed to provide your name and badge number. Please.
Study it some more.
No, you can go to the station, you can get her in.
That'd be very easy to do.
There you go. Go to the station.
Mhm.
Are you private? No, he's not.
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so that's fine. You can record all you want.
Thank you.
Sebastian, keep moving it back, please. I don't know who you are.
I'm not intruding. I'm not interfering. No. Your safety. You're the one that has a gun right now, and you're gonna tell me for my safety or your safety? Don't tell me that right now. Don't tell me that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Don't tell me it's for safety, because that's a threat in my opinion. That's definitely a threat. For your safety and my safety? No. I'm not aggressive. I'm not aggressive.
Absolutely. I've asked you to leave a couple times.
I'm not aggressive. I'm standing here. I'm the press. I don't have to leave. You're asking me. I'm not getting a lawful order, and if you did give me a lawful order, this will go to court. I don't have to give you anything.
All right, so how do I know who you are?
You don't have to know who I am. I'm not interfering.
Clearly you're not.
No, and you're not in the traffic stop right now. You're talking to me, so don't tell me. No, you're not. No, you're not, though. You're not. No, you're not. No. Good look. Good try. Let me ask you, did you call backup because I'm recording? Was back? No. Actually, you're a public servant. You're supposed to answer questions. It does work like that. Do you have nothing better to do? Clearly, this is just a traffic stop.
All right, guys, real quick, please don't fail to notice that the only ones bantering back and forth with this auditor like they're 12 years old is the two female officers. And it's always the female officers that can't seem to just shut up and do their job and ignore the auditor.
Is there something really bad going on right now? So you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 cop cars, guns. You guys got guns and tasers and all these different things, and you're gonna tell me to leave? No, I'm not over my head. No, I'm not. I have to move. You're not gonna intrude on me. You're not gonna walk through my path.
That's fine. Through your path. This is city property, buddy.
You cannot do that. You cannot. Do not.
So one thing we do know that this police officer, this female lady tyrant knows, she knows that, hey, this is city property. But yet she's trying to control it as if it's not, as if he doesn't have the right to be there. But you know it's city property.
Touch me. Do not touch me. I would be filing a complaint against you, Rodriguez 33. Do not put your hand in my face. Don't put your hand in your face. I can walk this way if I want to. I can walk this way if I want to, and I will. I will walk this way. I will walk backwards and still record you too. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep recording. I have the right to be here as anybody else. Is that a lawful order?
It is, sir.
It's a lawful order?
It is.
It's a false lawful order, and I will be seeing you 36 in court.
Okay, sir.
Do you understand the First Amendment? Do you understand the First Amendment? Do you swore an oath to the Constitution? Did you to get your office?
Yes.
You're violating your oath of office right now. Oath? No, I don't have to go. I don't have to go anywhere. I can keep walking back and forth. I'm recording this.
Listen, it's not gonna help you at all, right?
You're recording too?
No one cares that you're
Are you recording too?
I could be if I want to. I'm free to record as much as you are. So
I asked you.
Okay, I'm not going to keep butting in, but there are so many things that could be said about this video. So now the other lady tyrant states, I'm free to record just like you are. So now you're admitting that he is free to record, but yet you're still harassing him.
You were.
Doesn't matter. I don't have to answer any of your questions. What you said, okay?
Yeah. You don't have to answer anything of my questions, but you're trying to violate my rights right now.
I'm not violating your rights. This is city property, though. Okay? When it's your property, it's a different story. Please, okay?
Actually, it is my property.
No, it's not.
I pay for these streets.
No.
I pay for your salary. I pay for you to be here right now and harass me.
I pay for
Apparently.
I pay for my own salary too. Okay.
No, I pay for your salary.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, you're a public servant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a dispute. It's not a dispute. Yeah. You need to learn you guys need to learn your jobs a little bit better. Learn your jobs. Learn your jobs.
Do something better. You have nothing better.
You could do something better. I'm sure there's plenty of criminals out there that have done violent crimes, but yet you're pulling someone over because he maybe has out-of-state plates or something. Come on. It's a little ridiculous. I am worried about him because I pay your salary and you're just harassing somebody right now and you're harassing me. So I'm even more concerned. Keep it going. You keep going. Go ahead, keep going. Make it worse.
It's a different time. I'm getting paid for this. I don't know about you.
I don't have to get paid for this. You know, I'm doing a duty for the citizens of America when you guys do this. Yep. You know it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. There's 3 of you here and there's 2 there. Now there's 4 here. That's unbelievable.
We get to be wherever we want.
No, I'm not. Bye. What's your name and badge number, please? No, name and badge number, please.
If you can read it,
Where is
you
it?
have it.
Where is it?
Exactly.
No, actually, you have to tell me according to the law.
Go to the police station.
No, what's your name and badge number? I need, actually, one of you can identify him for me. You think that's bullshit? You think it's okay for you to use that word right now? You're supposed to be professional? I don't have to tell you anything. I don't tell you anything. I don't tell you anything. I'm gonna walk over here.
Have a good day.
I'm gonna record the stop like what they came here to do. Yo, they're all buddy up here now, right? You're welcome, guys. Have a good day, guys. 36, 34, 33, and what's the other guy? What's his name right there? And his number? He won't reveal it.
Go to the station
I don't
like he
remember.
told you to.
I'm not responsible.
You know his name. You know his name.
Go to the station like he told you to, all right?
All right.
And bring that recording, go show it to whoever you want.
Oh, I will.
It's all good.
It's going right online. You're welcome.
His homeboy asked me, I explained to Joe, I explained to homeboy, I explained to him. I said, Joe, what's your issue? And I explained it to him. I said, Joe, he's pro-rights.
That's right.
So I say it in front of you, he's pro-rights.
Yep.
He knows what he can
If that's
do.
a crime,
He knows
then
what he can do. He knows as long as
we lost our
he
country.
doesn't interfere with you guys' duty, he can be here doing whatever he wants. That's why he said. That's why he didn't go away. You know what I'm saying? That's why all they do when you approach him, say that you don't touch him. As long as you don't put your hands on him for no without, you know. Like you guys, that's what I said. I said, you guys,
Yeah, but you don't have the right to do that because these are my streets. I don't have to know. It doesn't. No, you're irrelevant to me. How you like that? Yeah, man. Good luck. Check us out. Check out that car. No. I know. Yeah, because they work for me. I'm out of here. You guys can leave. I'm out of here. Well, that's nice.
Well, it's not nice. It's called work.
Oh, that's great. That's cool. I'm gonna go this way, actually. Excuse me.
I can't imagine having this much free time on my hands.
Oh, I work full time. I do. Yeah, but you guys work for us, and apparently you don't do anything really
You
important.
have a good day, sir. I'll see you later.
Well, you really didn't. You really didn't, because 3 were talking to me and 2 were at that car. So you guys did not do anything. Yeah, and you only let him free because I was here and I helped him. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, there you have it. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Again, consider hitting that subscribe button to help the channel. Also, you can support us by visiting DUBBY, grabbing some drinks and merch there. You can use my discount code Audit77. The link is down in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And like I always say, keep on smoking.